Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. I just slept here, and I hear zombies in the background, but it should be daytime because I just slept. Yes, it is daytime. Okay. I don't need anything, so let me collect this workbench and really quickly remind everybody to head over to farlandsorbust.com to check on the status of our fundraiser for Child's Play charity and to contribute yourself. And once again, I'll remind you at the end of the video. So, closing up this hidey hole for safety, checking the sunrise and our compass to make sure we're heading in the right direction, and setting off. It is actually about, 45 minutes since I recorded the last episode in real time here. I was quite hungry at the end of that episode, and so I had some leftover pizza. I'm fully energized and no longer having sugar-low shakes. I don't know if any of you guys get that, but now we can continue walking with all of our energies. Ooh. Got some floating chickens. And speaking of being tired, today's Sunday, by the way, as I'm recording this, but yesterday I went into the city and helped my sister move from one apartment to the next. So all of my limbs and legs and muscles are a little bit sore. So what better time than to sit on my ass and play video games? Yes. I personally don't live in Chicago proper. I live in the outside in the suburbs, but it's just easier for me to say I live in Chicago. But my sister lives in downtown Chicago, so getting down there is always a task. Oh. Of course, helping her move, and hopefully this is the last time. Hopefully she's found a place that is suitable, that isn't old and falling apart. So, yes. Lifting couches and beds and dressers is quite a way to spend a Saturday. Indeed. But anyway, back home, playing Minecraft, heading to the far lands. Coming across some cliff edges here. I guess I'll just do a short swim. Woof. Oh. Blah, blah. Oh, I neglected to add some more questions to my questions notes here. I answered them all in the previous episode, and I didn't update it. So I will kill a chicken for no reason. But yes, in the last episode, I mentioned how I was accepted into the NASA Tweetup for the Juno spacecraft launch, and I'm happy sheep. I'm still waiting to hear about the Houston Tweetup, which is in 1 week, which would put quite the strain on the travel budget if I'm not to find out anytime soon. Buying flights a week before you take them is usually not the most frugal way to go about it, but I hope they give notifications soon. But otherwise, I would definitely be planning on going to Kennedy Space Center for the Juno spacecraft launch. Holy crap! Watch out, Wolfy. And no, I'm not quite yet prepared to go into the nether using any sort of lava flows I find, so we will avoid that like the plague, because we know how much Wolfy likes to get himself into dangerous situations. I have a terrible feeling that if I were to do that, get any closer to that lava pit, he would just jump right in, and it would be a tragedy for us all. An interesting mountain here. exposed rock. It's like a landslide happened here and all the dirt went away. Geology. But yes, at least we have some sort of tweet up to look forward to, and hopefully I will be able to, maybe I'll need to buy some sort of flip camera or something to get footage of whatever I get into in NASA Town. Certainly, I don't have a smartphone either, so I'm not really able to update Twitter on the fly without a Wi-Fi connection, so I might have to remedy that. Not sure how or what I would do that. I'm not... My phone contract isn't up anytime soon, so I really don't want to get a brand new phone contract with a smartphone, but I don't know what other options I have. So I will look into that. But speaking of that, other things in my time off, Squiddies. I think that's another thing I've heard from the Yogscast and other people is that since 1.7 they updated where, what are these things called? Squids will be more likely to appear because they don't, I guess before they had them not despawn even after you left them, so they become rare. But now they despawn, which means they can respawn more frequently. Not that I've found squid particularly interesting or useful in Minecraft, but there you go. What was I saying? Oh, with my time off, I've also been planning on and signing up for other things in addition to these NASA tweet-ups. One of the things is being near Chicago. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago. It's a very world-famous, a very big museum. They've got an old German U-boat, U-505, U-501, one of those. They've got a whole bunch of, it's all, you know, it's based mostly science and industry stuff as opposed to the Field Museum of Natural History is more of the, you know, they got the dinosaur bones and the stuffed animals and things like that. That's that kind of museum. But the Museum of Science and Industry is really cool. They also have a space section, which they have the actual Apollo 8 capsule, which, for those of you not aware, Apollo 8 was the first manned spacecraft to travel to the moon. They didn't land on the moon, that was Apollo 11, but Apollo 8 had, I don't know all their names, but at least it had Jim Lovell, who later on, as you know, would go on to be the commander of Apollo 13, which I'm sure you've heard of that. But yeah, they have the actual Apollo 8 capsule there. They've also got one of the original Mercury capsules, among other things. They have one of the trainer lunar landers that the astronauts trained on, so it's an exact replica of the lunar landers that went to the moon. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, last year the Museum of Science and Industry did some sort of like a social networking marketing thing where they did, it's called, okay, I'm walking in the right direction, where's the sun? Oh, there it is, it was blending in with the clouds. Burp, there's another squid. See, they're frequent now. Anyway, last year they did a thing called Month at the Museum where they held the contest and then had somebody live at the museum for 30 days. It ended up being this girl named Kate, I believe her name was. She lived at the museum. They set up like this sort of dorm room looking cube at the entrance. Glass cube where she lived, but then obviously that's just where I guess she slept, but while the museum was closed, during the day she went around to exhibits and did crazy things like that, and she got to sleep in the exhibits, like she slept on the U-boat, which is kind of cool, and you know, other places and things like that. But they decided, I guess, what? Mushrooms growing on trees. It's anarchy here in Minecraft, yeah? Sorry, distracted. I was saying, they're actually doing it again this month at a museum thing, and they're taking applications until July 22nd. So I've downloaded an application, I'm filling it out. It's actually pretty extensive. I don't see any land in the near future, so let me do my hidey hole here. Anyway, yes. Well, let me do this really quick. I always get distracted and then I end up making a boat instead of a bed. And so let me figure out the hidey hole situation first, and then I will continue on with our discussion on the museum in a moment. Diggy diggy hole. Oops. Woof. It's barking at the sheep. Oh, I gotta close myself off here. What are you doing, Kurt? Oh. There. Okay, workbench. The heck happened there? Ah! Ah! I'm not pushing W, and my guy is running all over the place. I think I found a bug, guys. I think I found a bug. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, it stopped. I was pushing forward, and I didn't let go of forward when I hit the crafting cube, so I guess it felt that I was continuing to hold down W, which I was not really. So what do I need? I need a bed. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Need to plunk down that bed. I need to get rid of some of this crap. Boop. Boop. I hope this actually goes away. What else? Oh, I needed to, might as well make a new helmet. That one's getting pretty red. And I have all this iron to get rid of, so helmet. I might as well just get rid of the other one. And equip it. Let's see, what else do I need? Everything else is looking pretty good in my inventory, so I'm going to go to bed. And I'm awake. Let me make a boat. I already have a boat. Let me make another boat just in case. Collect our things and continue on. Woof. Are we creeper free? Saw something burning out there. Okay. This is no time to linger. It isn't safe. Let me do this. Wolfy, come with. Grab a boat. And let me get stuck on the beach. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Okay. Continuing on. I was talking about the month at the museum of the Museum of Science and Industry. I've gathered my application. I'm going to apply to that. It's quite an extensive application. Certainly if you're interested, please check that out. I'll put a link in the video. Oh, death and carnage. That looks like it ends. I'm going to try to skip this way. That's not going to work either. Damn it. So yeah, I'll put a link if you want to apply, but basically you have to, it's pretty extensive application. There's a really long application with a bunch of questions and almost like essay questions and things like that, but there's that, but then you also have to write some sort of 300-word like cover letter, I guess, sort of essay thing, and you also have to do a 60-second video, which you have to send to them on a DVD, and then to give them like headshots, I guess, like, you know, 5x7 headshots, I guess, is how they choose the people. But I'm going to be, it's due the 22nd, so I'm going to be working pretty hard to get that done, and I'm also might post, because they have an area to send a link, I also might post that 60-second video on YouTube, so for those of you who've been asking me to do an actual video of myself, IRL, that may be happening soon, so you get to look at my mug. So check that out, but I'm going to be applying for that. I don't know how many applications they get across the United States, but yeah, it involves staying 30 days at the museum, you know, hanging out with the exhibits and doing a bunch of public things, sleeping in the exhibits, and then of course blogging and vlogging and twittering all the experiences and things like that. It's really cool, and then I guess you get some sort of prize money at the end, so that'd be kind of cool, obviously, since I'm unemployed. So I'm going to try to do that. Like I said, you might be seeing that video, that 60-second application video sometime soon on my channel. But yeah, it sounds really fun. Certainly some way, if I were to win and get some money for that, I would definitely put it towards going back to school, obviously, like I want to do. And hopefully that gives me kind of an advantage, you know, they're looking for somebody who's interested in science and communicating science. And obviously, if I quit my job in order to get into the sciences. Maybe that's a little bit of an advantage. I'm not sure. Also, my knowledge of the space program and whatnot might help me out. So I'll certainly keep you updated on that. Where'd my other boat go? And certainly, if you're interested, you can apply too. I think it is kind of restricted to people who have the ability to be compensated or paid for their time, because it's almost like getting a job in the United States. So you have to have some sort of, if you're not an American United States citizen, you have to have some sort of work visa or situation like that. But I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out yourself. But also there's that. I'll be looking forward to, obviously, all these NASA tweet-ups. There's also something I'm going to apply to, which is a little bit bigger of a deal, is NASA holds what is known as the Bedrest Study, which I heard about from a person who did this, and she goes by Pillow Knot, which, Bedrest Study. But she's on YouTube, she's on Twitter, she has a blog and things like that. But basically what it is, they're trying to study the effects of zero G on the body, to study for the possibility of extended human space flight to Mars and onward and things like that. Obviously, they're doing that concurrently on the space station with the long-term astronauts who stay there for, Wolfy's going to hit me, for 6 months at a time or something like that. But they also do it here on Earth, and it's called the Bedrest Study because basically, I'm running out of the beach. Oh, Wolfy. All right. Why I oughta. No, I gotta eat. What was I saying? The Bedrest Study, yes. So basically, I think it's in Galveston, kind of near Houston, the mission control. But you basically stay in a hospital there, and you're confined to a bed for a certain number of time. I believe the longest is 60 days or 90 days or something like that. And in the bed, you can't get out. You're laying down the entire time because you're trying to simulate the effects of weightlessness. And the key is the bed is tilted with your feet up in the air at 6 degrees, I believe, because they've discovered that actually most accurately simulates zero G on your blood and your muscles. Because obviously whoa, that's kind of weird. Some iron down there that I don't need, but I have to make this a waterfall. Whee! Huh. Okay, now I can't go that way. Idiot. But anyway, I'm going to be applying for that. It's a much bigger deal. There are a whole bunch of different studies. Some of them last longer than others, and some of them they incorporate exercise routines on a vertical treadmill, just like the astronauts use. Other ones they don't, because they just want to use that as a control to see what happens to the body if it's subjected to the zero G situation for an extended period of time. Boo. And then, but yeah, that's far bigger of a deal. I'm not sure how many people apply to that and how many people get accepted. They're obviously also looking for people who are sort of in astronaut shape, which I'm not sure I can be completely classified as that, but since becoming mini-retired, I have started going to the fitness center, doing some jogging and other fitness-y type things, which I haven't done in quite a while, being as I was a web designer. Sitting in front of the computer for 18 hours a day is not really the best way to get a workout. Yeah, there's that going on. I'm going to apply to that. It's really, an important thing. I would recommend it if you're able to take, ooh, that was a big one. And the floating block of sand. I'm not going to sing because I do not want to chance another song. Ooh, I like what's going on over here. So yeah, I'm going to apply to that. That's a little bit bigger of a deal. That requires a whole fitness and background check and whatnot. Even mental check, because if you're going to be staying in a bed for 30 to 90 days, you got to make sure you're mentally capable of that sort of situation. But yeah, that's another thing I will be applying to, and obviously they pay for your time for being kind of a guinea pig there. This is another way I can get some funds to head back to school to follow my dreams. It's kind of a neat, kind of crazy area. I'll let it generate in a couple seconds here, and I guess by the time I reach that mountain over there, the sun will have set. Wolfy, there you are. But yes, I have a lot of plans, a lot of ideas. Of course, I'm also concurrently researching and looking into colleges and universities and programs and whatnot. And I guess this past week I've kind of been quote-unquote on vacation, taking it easy, because I was actually supposed to be on quote-unquote vacation to Florida, but I nixed that. So this next week, tomorrow, Monday, is when I'm going to get full steam ahead. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to pretend as if I have some sort of full-time job, even though I don't at the moment. And then I'm going to, you know, concentrate on getting all these applications for these different programs and contests and Twitter things and whatnot. Oh, sorry. Ooh. It's that pizza's coming back for a fight. Cheese. Sorry. But I'm going to look into that. I'm going to be spending, you know, most of the day looking at colleges and hopefully setting up meetings or getting in contact with people and counselors and whatnot. So yeah, I'm also going to work into my day Minecraft and holy crap, other Let's Plays. I did buy quite. I haven't bought many video games or any video games since Minecraft, and then I know some of you have been following. The Steam has been having their summer sale. Every day they have different games on sale, and a few I just had to get because they were cheap, and a lot of people said I should get them. So I did, so you can look forward. Maybe I'll be doing some Let's Plays or first impressions on some newer games that I picked up there. Nope. I want to get on the other side of this mountain so I can see the sunset, so I know exactly where I'm at. But I don't think that's going to happen. Here we go. So yes, next week is full swing future time concentration on my future, that is. So yes. Alright, I guess this will have to do. Sit. Ooh, what is this? Okay, that's just a block of dirt. Okay, well I guess I'll make my Hidey Hole here. Oops. Gosh, I almost... I gotta stop digging straight down. Oh, crap. I forgot to do another YouTube feature. I'm an idiot. How about we just... because today, Sunday, the Space Shuttle Atlantis, STS-135, I've been talking about the past couple days a lot. It just docked with the International Space Station. I watched that live on NASA television, so why don't I suggest you all follow NASA television on YouTube? That is where they, actually quite immediately, they post, oops, God, what am I doing with this Hidey Hole? They post videos of the NASA TV events that just occurred. I know they just posted, you know, minutes after it actually happened live, they posted the video about the docking and them opening up the hatches and the welcoming ceremony of the space shuttle. So go ahead, head over to NASA TV. I think it's NASA Television is the actual username on YouTube. You can review the launch of Atlantis in HD if you missed it. Also all the cool things that have happened since then. And also watch NASA Television live because they feature quite a bit. Even when nothing is really going on, they have cameras on the outside of the space station that are really cool. You can look down on Earth. And I know it recently just went over the Midwest, and I'm like, ooh, look, I can see my house. Oh, look, it's raining outside as well. Of course, I'm going to sleep, so it's going to stop raining, but anyway. So yeah, NASA Television, check them out. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. But anyway, it's been 2 days here in Minecraft, so I will once again remind you to head over to farlandsorbust.com to check on the status of our fundraiser for Child's Play charity, and also to contribute any little amount that you can to help us reach our goal of $8,200. I know we're about 43% of the way. Every little bit counts, of course, so head on over to do that. That would be much appreciated. And also, I appreciate all your comments. Every time you like or favorite my videos, that always helps. And also all my new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And in that case, my name is Kurt, and I will see you next time.